Hi, Cheryl. My name is Cheryl McMillan. Tonight I'm going to demonstrate how I test leak a scope and the different scopes that we use here in the OR where I work. This is an EGD scope. As you can see, it's kind of long, and this basically goes down to your nasal passage and your mouth also. It goes in your mouth, and they put this down in your tummy so they can see what's going on in your tummy and your intestines. So you want to see this, but right now I'm gonna test leak it for holes. Make sure that there's no holes in this part of the scope. Okay, I have to get the top though. All right, so here's the top. Here, this right here has to be closed in order for me to, and this one of the port. This is what this connects into the port on the cart. We have a scope cart that this is hooked up to on the cart, so that way you can see the video of the scope going down the patient's throat. So this is part of the port, so this has to be protected, because that's the videography of it, part of it. Okay, so we're going to protect this. So I put the cap, what you see, a cap. Okay, now here is the machine, excuse me, that I use for testing for leaks. It's called a, this right here. Okay, it's called a VersaScan LT automated endoscope leak tester. Okay, you see that? It's a leak tester, and as you can see, it has all the buttons here. Has the ticket tape here, because that tells us if it passes or fails. And all the buttons, all the numbers are here, because you have to put the scope code in here, like see what kind of scope it is. I'll show you that part. But these are all the action, I call it the action figures buttons that we have for the scope. Okay, make sure you see that. Sorry about that. But those are the action buttons. That is the number buttons that we have to put in for the scope, number of the scope. Say like if I had 796, I'll put 796 in, which is 796. But I'll show it to you. But here we go. Okay. Now I'm ready to show you how I do this. All right. Okay, here's my scope. Okay, and this tube here, as you can see, okay, this right here is the air. This is where forced air comes out of this tubing. Okay, and this test for the leaks, it puts air through the scope to make sure that the scope doesn't have holes or anything in it. So I'm going to connect it to this part here, as for here. Okay, it goes in this nodule here, and I twist. See how that's on there now? Alright, put that down here. It's been connected. Now, remember I told you about the number of the scope? Here it is, right here. This right here is the number of the scope. And the number of the scope is 2418804. Okay, but normally I'm just going to put in 804. I'm not going to put the whole number in. Okay, so let me try to turn this around a little bit. You can see. Alright, so now we have the scope. Now I'm ready to put the number in. 804. Okay, first let me push start first. Start. Now put 804. Okay, you press continue, and now it's testing. You see? I don't know if you can see it. Here, right here. And now it's doing this standby. And it's doing this leak test here. And right now it's basically pushing the air through the scope now to see if it has holes. So now it's leak testing now. So I have to stand by and wait for its results. Okay. So what's going on here now? And basically what you're hearing now is the air. It's forcing the air through the scope, through that tubing that I showed you. Okay? And it also counts the seconds. So it results in 145 seconds. Okay? It's a pretty neat machine. I like it. And it should be coming up soon. And then once this cut, it's going to tell me to continue. I have to do the knob, you know, to make sure I push the buttons and turn the knobs. You'll see that too. Okay. It's telling me it's still counting. It's still forcing the air through, making sure that there's no holes. Okay, see that right there? Open knobs and turn buttons to continue, and you know, press continue. Okay, I turn my knobs and everything like that on my thing, on my scope, and now it's ready to tell me my results soon in 94 seconds. Okay, it's coming. Still check and make sure there's no holes in the scope. All right, it passed. No holes. So it passed the leak test. So when I do that, it says print. So what it's going to do, remember I showed you the sticky tape here? All this here, right? The sticky tape right here. Now I'm ready to press print. And now the scope is telling me that it has passed. Or everything has passed on the scope. Okay? So my scope has no holes. That's the leak tester. And that's my demonstration. I hope you like it, and I hope it was sufficient enough for you. Thank you. Have a good day.